So the question is, what what is this discipline? What's the perspective worldwide, and what is expected of them? So I can talk to the career piece. 20, 30 years ago, career placement, students got one job, they stayed in that job for 30, 40 years, retired with a pension. Well, because of a lot of things, the global economy, disasters like 9/11, that just doesn't happen anymore. And students right now are looking at 7 to 12 job changes. So they've got to be flexible, and they've got to, if you will, be open to windows and doors, either by choice or if something, heaven forbid, they get eliminated from their position or their jobs just go away, which is happening. Whole careers are losing. So I think we have to prepare students, and what the world is looking for is a student who is flexible, who can change on a dime, who can be in this career one day and another career with transferable skills. They're looking for people who are technological, which students graduating today are very technological, but they're also looking for students who can adapt to a 5-generation. Some corporations have a 5-generation span, so the student entry level has to adapt to someone who is maybe 5 decades older than them. So they have to change their style. They can't be as technological in terms of talking. They have to watch how they change their dialect. They have to not be able to do LOL. They have to talk in complete sentences to these elderly people, and they have to be patient with them. They're brilliant, but they don't have the technological skills. So the world is looking at a very different entry-level candidate now, and they're expecting a variety of things that in the past, you just went in, you did your job, you didn't have to be multitask, you just did your job, you got paid for your job, and you walked away. Now, your job is your life, but the students are also looking at it as work-life balance. So there's a bit of a rub from these people who have been in business for 50 years and sold their soul to their company versus the young student who comes in and knows who they are and knows what they want. So there's a big polarization and a big continuum as to what is expected by the world, by these young people, and what the young people expect. It's interesting.
From a business point of view, I think there's two areas. One is from an academic point of view, as you've seen with the program that we have here, but a lot of it has to do is once you're in your particular field, it's going to be through your own self-reads, your what's called professional development organizations, whether it's in human resources or whatever. And I think the third area probably is from a mentor. I think a lot in the business arena focuses on find a mentor within your area of expertise and then work with them throughout your career. You have to really set up a self-education program for yourself, whether you find yourself in a technology environment within the business world, depending on what type of area you're in, to make sure that you stay up on those different topics within it. But some you'll see through chambers of commerce will have development. There'll be different seminars that you can take advantage of. And I think really once you're established initially, whether it's through a bachelor's degree or an MBA, then it really is setting up your own self education program and then staying in line with that, identifying different seminars, different conferences, and different mentors that you can use to move through those.
Okay. So I believe marketing is really important as a general consumer, you're always consuming particular products, goods, and services throughout your whole entire life. And so being able to have a good understanding from a consumer and as well as from a business perspective, you're able to see why, as you go through a purchase decision, why is that important? Do you really need to purchase it? Understanding from a business perspective, what are they trying to do? What are they trying to accomplish? And by having that understanding, I think you could be a more educated consumer, from general day-to-day purchases at a grocery store to larger, more intensive purchases such as a house or a car. So I think just being a more educated consumer, marketing plays a huge impact in that.
Okay, so did a liberal arts education help me in the development in my subject area? My experience has been very different from that of the US. Educated in the UK, our liberal arts takes place before we attend university. High school is, for the UK, is between the ages of 11 and 16, and then you attend college, a subject-specific college, between the ages of 16 and 18. And at that time, you'll do things like extended or advanced English, mathematics, sciences, and social studies. And you'll perhaps select one particular specific topic that you're interested in: psychology, sociology, political science, languages, etc. Whatever area you're interested in. So that's already taken care of before you attend university. And once you achieve the grades that are required, and once you achieve a set standard, those points are then transferred, and you're then able to attend university. Only about 35% to 40% of all students go on to university in the UK. It does mean that once you reach university, you have very, very specific subject areas. So you will only learn your topic, your specific issues. For instance, in my first degree that I took, I did sociology and psychology as a joint honours. And in year one, all we studied was the major schools of psychology, the history of psychology, social psychology, and psychology in the workplace. That was it. That was the whole year done. From there, you then specify. So my area was criminal psychology, and I linked the sociology of crime and deviance to human behaviour, and then to the development of psychology.